This is gonna be a realistic day in the life of someone who runs a toilet paper factory while not being at the factory.
Cocky, humble, trying to stop me, fuck you. I just know what I know, you ain't seen this before.
We're going here now.
I just had a strong one, I just had to calm some.
I just wanted to show you that this is how I keep myself organized.
Baby, I'm a real one, don't act like we all one. I am only human and I don't know.
For the last 8 months of my life, the first like 6 of the last 8, I was going to the sunrise every single day. I would go to the beach. So when I say go to the sunrise, I would go to the beach, and I would bring with me like the Daily Stoic book, my journal, maybe a different book that I was reading. And sometimes I would just go, just stand, just enjoy, hear the waves. You know, there'd be some people around, and it was such an amazing way to start the day. So in last week's video, I was talking about the significance of a morning routine, and I know the whole internet, all these gurus have morning routine guides for you. You know, what I'm suggesting is find something that really you enjoy doing in the morning. So I used to get excited to wake up and go see the sunrise. So anyway, today I'm sharing it with you. I'm assuming the sun will pop up in the next like 20 minutes or so. I'm in Miami today. It's Friday. I'm flying to Tampa for the day. I'll be in and out one day. I'm not going to film that. I'm literally just going to see a customer. I want to present in person to them this price increase that we're putting out as a company. I think it's important. I know it's important with big customers and significant customers that you have good relationships with, to go do things in person, you know, if and when it makes sense. So right now it makes sense. I'm gonna go there. Not the most fun meeting because I'm presenting price increase, but I'm also gonna talk to them about private labeling one of the items that they purchased from us. And then we're also gonna talk about putting together a supply agreement for them, because we've brought on so much new business in the last couple of months. Even I would say about 1.3, 1.4 million of new business. I want to get that all contracted so that it's locked down. From a supply chain perspective, we can order and prepare a lot better. We can schedule production better. So anyway, let's get to it. I don't know what else in there. Let's get to it. Good morning. I was going to do a speaking clip out here. I just finished reading, but it is hot, it is humid, and the sprinklers are on, so it's a little bit noisy. But I did want to tell you about how I've been starting my mornings and this book that I'm reading, because yesterday I was on a call with a potential client, not for the manufacturing business, but I do a little bit of like consulting mentorship on the side. And he doesn't have a traditional business, so he was asking me, you know, where he thinks I could be of help for him. I explained that for the last 9 years or 10 years of my like professional career and journey, most of what I thought I had to do was read business books. So I'm gonna show you real quick some of the books that I've read that I thought were gonna be super helpful in getting me to where I was trying to go. Wait a second, here we go. So this is just some of the books that I've read. Most of the others I have on my Kindle, and these are all, a lot of these are business technical knowledge books. And it wasn't until a few years ago that I realized that working on the self, meaning me as a person, and what holds me back, what are my triggers, what are my weaknesses, what are my anxieties, what are like all these different things, how do I think, that has done more for me and for our business than the actual technical business knowledge. So all that to say, I'm reading this book right now called The Untethered Soul, and it's about being aware of the feelings and emotions and the thoughts that you have as like a third party to yourself. So instead of saying like, I am the person that's angry or sad or thinking of this thing, you're actually just observing that it happens because you know that it'll pass. And so that alone, I think, is super interesting. It allows me to separate myself from anything that's kind of throwing me off and then operate from a more centered place. I hope that that makes sense. The concepts of these books I would not be able to actually explain as well as the author has. But yeah, The Untethered Soul, Michael A. Singer also talks a lot about like showing up with the right energy, leading with an open heart, you know, all these things that make life in general better, but also are really helpful in business. And obviously this is a business channel, which is why I'm sharing this piece of information with you. Right now, I'm actually gonna get ready, head over to the office. I've got a busy day today. I'm bringing you with me. This is gonna be a realistic day in the life of someone who runs a toilet paper factory while not being at the factory. So I used to not want to film day in the life videos because I thought it was kind of boring. I'm home, I'm at a coffee shop, I'm at my office, I'm on my computer and I'm on my phone. But I want to show you what it's like, and I'm going to share with you any type of tidbits, information, what's going on anything that I can and just give you insight into, what the day looks like, what our business looks like. We've got really exciting stuff going on right now. We've had a record sales year so far, record quarter, record month. We've also had a record production month, meaning we've produced the most amount of product that we ever have, which means our machines are running efficiently, our team is operating efficiently. So a lot of cool stuff is happening. All of those results are because of a session I did in December to get clear on why our sales and our production aren't growing the way we want to. So I'll talk more about that. Until then, let me change real quick and then we'll get going.
It's 6 o'clock, I'm hopping out of the bed. Rain falling, calling X, but my phone line's dead. I guess my bills ain't paid. No ride to work for the day.
I took a little detour. Come check out the sunrise before the office. Beautiful. I'm filming a vlog right now and I feel like a little weird about it because I'm filming a day in the life, and in my head I feel like it'll be perceived as boring by the people watching it, but I'm trying to just stay true to myself, stay centered and just film it anyway and be super realistic about what goes on. It's working from home, the office, coffee shop, stopping at the sunrise. This just is my life. So I'm trying to put this together in a way that, or I'm trying to film it in a way that I just feel good while I'm doing it. As an example, last week I filmed a factory tour and that was super clear cut to me. I knew it would be interesting. Now I feel like I'm a little bit more in my head, kind of worrying about how this will be perceived rather than just actually filming it to film it and just show the reality of what my day looks like. So can you help me kind of wrap my head around this so that this blockage, so to speak, is something that I can work through and then film a great video today? I like this. So I put that in the Claude and it gave me a whole response, but one thing it said is the camera is a journal, not a performance. So that is my mission today, is to use this camera as a journal and put out whatever it is. One of the best things that I've done to stay on track and accomplish my goals is to write down a few different things. I want to walk you through this. So this is actually from a couple of days ago, but what I did was on the left hand side here, this is going to be all of my daily priorities. So this specific day, these are the things I needed to do. I wound up accomplishing them, so they're crossed off. So I had to do pricing for a customer, I had to do something for this trip we're going on in August, and then I had some old emails that I needed to clear up and make sure that I got through, so I did all that day. The reason I do this is because it puts a focus and an emphasis on what the true priorities are, not just me being distracted by what's coming in all day. If I just sit at my desk, I'm responding to phone calls, emails, texts, whatever it is. When I actually put a conscious effort into where I should spend my time based on my goals, that's how I accomplish them. So that's daily on this side. And then I just wrote a little note for myself: stay present during meetings. Some days I wake up and I just feel that I'm more scatterbrained and I'm kind of all over the place. Other days I feel more centered, more peaceful, more focused. This day I was not feeling that way, so I set myself a little reminder here. Then on the right hand side here, these are going to be a little bit longer term priorities. So that's going to be all 5 of these here. We're coming up with a new parameter for checking the profitability of our current business to make sure that if our margin erodes over a period of time, that we're capturing it the right way, and then also adjusting either the customer pricing or an alternative product, whatever it is. This is really important because we can't sell products if we're not making money. Company wouldn't survive. So this is super key, so I need to modify that. The second one is that we have an internal standardized pricing list. This is for all of our standard stock products and our standard stock shipment quantities. So we ship by the pallet: 3 pallets, 6 pallets, 12 pallets, which is a half a truckload, and then 26 pallets is a full truckload. We have an internal standard pricing list. I need to update it with our new pricing for the rest of this year. Our prices have gone up. And then number 3, keeping customers. So we just did a price increase. Here, let me switch to this side. Ooh, look at that. We just did a price increase, and now I want to shift focus to what can we do to make sure that we maintain as many of our customers as possible through this increase, because naturally what happens is when we do an increase, customers want to go shop the products somewhere else and try to find somebody else to provide them with the items. There is a cost for them to do that, so we try to do everything we can to keep them here. And of course, we don't want to lose business through an increase. We know that it'll happen, but we want to keep it as low as possible. 3C is a software program that we're putting in to help us with pricing, with maintaining costs, things like that. So as you can see, a lot of this is around profitability, pricing, things like that. These are high leverage things for me to be doing that impact the entire company and the entire team. And then the last one, again, raise profit per shift parameters. So these are the parameters that our sales team actually has when quoting. So they have the autonomy to quote pricing as they see fit, but it has to be within our profit parameters. So I just wanted to show you that this is how I keep myself organized. I need to redo today, so I'm gonna do that right now and come up with a few new things that I need to focus on today. I've got a short day today because in this afternoon, I'm meeting up with a couple of friends. We're gonna go do something fun, and then I'm down in Miami for the weekend. So let's get to it.
We work to work, you late to work, I highlight and they send it. You know my pride was cold edition.
So usually the beginning half of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when I take most of my meetings and most of my project longer term work gets done on those days. Thursday, Friday is more emails, going through old emails and just being present for my team. I usually will call at the very least my sales manager a handful of times, checking in with him, strategizing with him, seeing how things are going with the rest of the team. And so Thursday, Friday tend to be more of like a free flowing days, I guess you could say. I try to not schedule meetings on those days. I also know that my brain is just more wired earlier in the week for a different type of task. And then as the end of the week rolls around, I like to do something different. So it keeps the weeks a bit more interesting. Every day doesn't have to be the same. I've tried a million variations to how to schedule things, and it's always changing, right? Like what I'm doing now might change over the next 3 months or 6 months, whatever it is. But for now, I'm really enjoying this. It works well. Also on Thursday, Friday, I tend to be in coffee shops more and kind of be out and about more. So it's easier for me to do emails on my phone, do phone calls, that type of work versus being on my computer and having to be, super present on meetings. If I do have any overflow for meetings, I'll take them Thursday, Friday, but otherwise emails, calls, a little bit more free flowing. So I'm trying to share with you as much as I can about my routine, how I've scheduled stuff. I put a ton of time and thought over the last 9 years and specifically the last 3 to 5 years on how to best optimize, kind of my work day, my work week, things like that. So, hopefully by hearing this, it's helpful for you. Right now, I'm going to dive into these 3 things. I need to get a customer contract done. They're signing a supply agreement with us for the next 12 months. That helps lock them in on pricing, barring any, crazy world events that happen. And then also allows us to plan our supply chain accordingly, knowing that our customer has committed to 12 months of inventory. So I'm going to work on that now, and we're going to keep it moving.
This guy's taking a freaking work call at the gun range.
Yeah, it sucks. But, the hero.
Who is this?
Day in the life, let's see if you really trap. Turn off the auto-tune, let's hear how you really rap. Ha ha, send a location, can't burn up boy if you're bad, let's see. Your dad left home from young and you ain't done shit for your mum, man.
Right? I mean, yeah, they know you could have it by you being in a gun. That was fine.
Can't keep track, been in the trap, it's hard, I can't keep up. Selling them party drugs, I'm the one that got the party ton. Everyone said 18, fascinated by the trap, I might put the band on Airbnb. Leave me a good review, next time you come get some, get one for free. Who's that with the hair off fleek? She made me beat my horn this peak, I try to stay low and keep low key discreet.
Red dot?
Yeah.
Not the front scope?
No, just the red dot, which kind of overlaps with the top of the front sight.
I have no clue where I'm shooting right now.
Press the, okay. Oh, you are out. All right.
Send a location, can't burn up boy if you're bad, let's see. Your dad left home from young and you ain't done shit for your mum, man.
We're doing 15?
Something like that.
So do I have to rack it again? Oh no, I already have one in the chamber.
Oh, did it?
And then I took it out, added more ammo. Yeah, so
Oh,
we're
yeah,
good.
okay.
To use the gator clip, not everybody uses them.
Yes, bro. We're going here now.
Day in the life, let's see if you really trap. Turn off the auto-tune, let's hear how you really rap. Ha ha.